What's up, y'all? Man, I wanted to get on here and talk. I was going to record a video, but it's so difficult because I've been so busy, trying to train and get everything done and do all the things. But I think I need to introduce myself first. My name is Antoine Craig, and I am a Paralympic athlete. I am actually training to attend the 2024 Paralympic trials, which is going to be in Florida this year. And I'm right now at the Olympic training facility in Chula Vista, California. So I don't know if you can see behind me. I don't know what kind of view I got, but hopefully you guys can see something. You might can see a little something. I'll tilt a little bit, but that's where I am now. And I'm just, you know, I've been trying to document this journey and document like everything I've been doing. And so that way, if there's some other visually impaired, blind person who want to get out there and try to do what I'm doing, and, they'll have a roadmap. Because when I first started this, I didn't know that this was a thing. When I first lost my vision, I didn't know that I could be this crazy athlete. I didn't know that I could like run fast and travel the world and all these different things. I was fortunate enough to like have it being introduced to me. So when I started the process, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that I, um, you know, have as much exposure, or allow as much exposure for the next person that may need may need to be motivated or directed in the right direction. So, but kind of the big reason, I guess that's like a big, like a nutshell of kind of, who I am and what I have going on. But one of the biggest things that was on my mind is like, the last couple of days, I've been here and I've been working really hard to try to qualify. Um, and really hit a standard time, but I've been struggling because I have a new guide, and I really haven't been doing very well. Like we've been doing like pretty bad. But and I think that's a part of why I'm like talking here, because I guess I needed a space to vent. But we've been like digressing a little bit, but it's still like we gotta work hard and try to work through, try to get the sync, and it's just frustrating. So now I've decided that I'm gonna leave the Olympic training facility and I'm gonna go back home to Richmond, Virginia, and I'm gonna do some training there and kind of regroup and figure some things out, because I have like a little bit over a month left to really kind of lock in my training and hone in on exactly what I need to really get out there and perform well. Because you guys know how the Olympic trials is. It's like, it doesn't matter what you've done all year. It doesn't matter at all. You just have to find everything in yourself and pull up at that one race. And if you him, then you him. In that moment, you got to bring everything that you have, all those days of training, all that experience, like you got to bring that all to that one moment and make sure that you perform to the best of your ability. So I'm not like, I know some people like always ask me like, are you ready? I was like, yeah, I'm ready. I've been ready, but I love the time because it allows you time to get even more readier. And I think that's my strength. I was just talking to somebody earlier today, like with me being a therapist, like I have mental toughness in spades. And if any of you guys are fans of the channel, fans of my channel, and you kind of watch my videos, you'll see throughout my videos I'm always like preaching, I'm always having some nuggets, but it seemed like I'm saying it to you guys, but really is more like me talking to myself and just reinforcing my own like inner dialogue, because you really have to believe in what you're doing to do what I am doing, to get to the tippy top of anything. You really have to believe in yourself. And that's the one thing I'm realizing. And sometimes like today I was telling a story, and I have to tell y'all this story at some point. I haven't did that yet, of the Pan Am Games in Santiago, Chile in last November, where I won my bronze medal, where I won my first international bronze medal. Like that story, I was like kind of sharing that story with some guys in sports medicine, and they was just like, "Oh my gosh, like, do you do any public speaking? Like, that's a hell of a story." And I was like, "Yeah, yeah." It's like you don't realize it because you're living it, but then when you tell just a part of your life, you tell a part of your story to somebody else, they're just like, "Whoa." And that for me, that's what motivates me. And sometimes I have to be reminded that I am him, right? You have to be reminded that you are him sometimes, because that push is like, it's like that grind and that push, it can consume you, and you kind of get lost in your own sauce, and you just forget, like, you forget who you are, because you're just working so damn hard to accomplish such a huge dream that you have not seen any family member, anybody around you have never done before. And that's okay. But I think the key is to not be afraid of what may come. Just embrace it all and collect all the things. That's one of the big tips that I'm learning here. It's like, collect all the things, because you're gonna run into people who've done what you have done, and you need to embrace that wisdom, because there's a lot there, and they can teach you a lot. And that's the best way for me to not fall into some of the same roadblocks they have already went through, and they make my path a lot easier. Like, here we have a Coach Cruz, which is our Paralympic coach, our national Paralympic coach, and he's so cool, and he's so full of information, because he's already done it at the highest level. So I'm able to just, pick his brain, or even say things to him that regular people, I guess civilians, I don't know, that regular people would not really understand, and that helps me a lot. Um, but I think that's that's just to kind of sum up everything. I think that's why I'm kind of just venting here, because the last couple of days, like, I just made that decision to go home, and it's kind of weighing on me a little bit, and I really wanted to stay all the way through trials, because this is like the best place on earth if you want to get fast. Like, you have everything. You have the food, you have the weightlifting, you have the beautiful track, the weather. It never freaking rains here. It's always like 70 degrees. Like, as you can see, I'm kind of bundled up because it's kind of cool outside, and it's just it's just disheartening. But it's a part of my story. It's a part of my journey, and I just have to embrace it. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just a part of my journey. Like, I always embrace that, because, you know, someday I'm gonna look back on this, and if the path was just clean and easy, like, I wouldn't have a story, right? I wouldn't have something to tell my grandkids one day, or have something to tell, like, those old stories, talk crap about at the end of the day. So, like, like I always say in, like, most of my videos, like, I hope that, you know, what I'm sharing on this channel kind of can reach somebody, even if it just reach one person, one blind person out there, or one individual with a disability who just lost their ability to do whatever. Like, they see this and they go, wait, that dude, like, he seems so normal, or that dude is doing this, or that dude is he's at this, he's in the beach. Or one of the biggest things is, like, that I hear from people a lot, they're like, oh my gosh, Antoine, you just seem so happy, like, how, like. And I'm like, well, it was like, there's not really not much to not be. It's not much to be unhappy about. It's like, you could choose to be unhappy, but there's so much time in the day. Like, yeah, you can get upset about some stuff, and you can get down about some stuff, but for the most part, like, life is awesome if you let it be. If you let it. If you live in your truth, and you have a goal, you establish a goal for yourself, like, you will be able to find happiness, right? Well, that's the other thing. Like, don't seek happiness. Like, happiness shouldn't be your goal, but you have to have those peaks and valleys. That's another thing. So you got to have those peaks and valleys. You got to be low to appreciate the highs. So just embrace it all. Embrace it all, and just remember, it's all a part of your path and your journey. Like, you got to have those obstacles. And oh, book plug, not my book, of course. I had the time to write a book. I barely had the time to sit here and do this live. I, like, forced myself to do this. So you guys should be very proud of me. Um, but a book that's been helping me lately is by, I think his name is Ryan Holiday, right? I've been reading The Obstacle is the Way. It's kind of like a nerdy book. It's written, like, very nerdy, but it's great because he takes these lessons from, like, a historical standpoint, and he explains it in a way to where it makes sense, based on, like, what we may know about him, or what we may know about his historical, like, situations, or anything like that. So I recommend that book to anybody who's out there just trying to figure their life out, and you feel a little stuck. You don't really know where you're going, and you don't know what you want to be, or you are on your journey and just to help you get a little bit more perspective, because that is going to be one of your most hopeful tools that you could ever put in your backpack of life, is the ability to gain more perspective and not be so reactive to your first perception of things. This video is getting like really deep. So you guys, so as you can see, like you guys can kind of tell like I'm a therapist, but I don't want to get like too deep. Maybe I'll do some lives and then like I have people pop in and that's probably like the evolution of this channel. Like someday we can start helping other athletes like with some of their mental health things and develop some mental toughness, but I'm just not there yet. Right now I barely have the time to just document my journey. So that's what I'm doing. So I guess I'll leave it there, but thank you guys for letting me vent on this live. I don't know how it's going to come out because I don't think you edit these. So I appreciate you guys so much. Please subscribe. I promise you I'm going to post more videos. I'm going to record some more stuff while I'm here at the Olympic training facility, and I will document as much as I can. And then I will probably pick it up when I get back in Virginia, and where it's like 200 degrees and it's like that swamp thick sticky heat. So no complaints, right? But thank you guys so much. Hit the like button, subscribe, follow your boy, share my videos. I really appreciate you guys, and wish me luck. I need some juice. Oh, I run a race tomorrow. So I run tomorrow here in San Diego. I run at 5 p.m. I'm running the 100 as well as the 400. So I'll see. I might be able to do a live from the track. I don't even know how this live is turning out, but I may be able to do a live for the track. But if not, I will record it and I will post it for you guys. But you guys have to watch it. You guys have to watch it, and I might do a reaction to like what happened. Actually, we will do a reaction. I'm promising you guys here that I will do a reaction to that video once it's over. So thank you so much.
Speech on. One watching now. One like. Save highlight. Microphone unmuted. Filters. Switch camera. Options. Options. Button. Switch camera. Filter. Micro. Save. One. Live. Finish. Button. Finish. Button. Alert. Are you sure you want to stop streaming? Heading. Cancel. Button. End. Button. End. Button.